Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good whatever it is, wherever you are, and thank you so much for tuning into this week's edition of Saturday Morning Sit-Downs. In today's video, we are going to be going over the Hanna-Barbara Golden Collection Scooby-Doo Where Are You, the complete first and second seasons. Now, if you've been following my channel and have been watching a lot of my sit-down videos, you'll know that I'm attempting to watch every episode from every incarnation of Scooby-Doo Where Are You. And this is actually the home media that I used to watch the complete first and second seasons, obviously, like it said. So I thought that I'd just give my review over this home media. As you can see, the packaging is a little bit worn. Actually, you can't see it from this angle, but it is a little bit worn. I have had this, I'm not sure when I got this. I'd like to say 2015, so it's been with me for about 5 years now. And thankfully, the heater just shut off. So if you could hear that before, my apologies, but you should be able to hear me a lot better. But yes, we're going to be taking a look at this. I think I got this 5 years ago, and I've been watching it since then, of course. But I'm on the new Scooby-Doo movies, if you've been following it. I'm still on the new Scooby-Doo movies. I'm really close to finishing those up. I'm not quite there yet. So it's been a little bit since I've watched, or since I've used this collection or this home media, so I thought I'd give it a little bit of time to sink in, and I just kind of figure out what I want to say about the actual collection, because there's not a whole lot to say. I did notice a few little things, which is what I'm going to be talking about in this video, and then we're also going to be going and we're going to be checking the reviews of this and see if anybody else noticed the same things I did, or if they didn't, what else they noticed. So that's what today's video is going to look like. And also, since I'm using my camera as opposed to my computer, like this is not a voiceover, obviously, there shouldn't be any cutouts of the audio. I don't know why I think it's my computer. I don't think it's the microphone. I just think it's the computer that I'm using that's causing it to cut out. So, but there won't be any in this video, which is good. But I'm trying to get that issue fixed. I'm trying to do the best I can to figure that out. So yeah, so that's going to be that's a short, a quick intro, of course, for this video. So once again, if you do enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button to help expose this video to a broader audience. Of course, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, if you want to say anything, comment down below. If you've had this collection, if you know what this is like, and you've noticed things that I didn't mention, or you want to agree with something I mentioned, just comment down below, of course, because I will be responding to each and every comment. And lastly, if you enjoy classic Scooby-Doo cartoons, cartoons in general, or classic cartoons, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for daily videos. Of course, multiple daily videos, of course. So with that being said, let's get into today's video. Okay guys, so I sort of lied. So before we get into my review of this and what I think of this and what other people thought of this, we're going to take a look at the packaging, because of course we got to take a look at it. I didn't do like an unboxing or anything of this on my channel. Once again, because I got this 5 years ago and this channel didn't even exist. So we're just going to take a look. So of course you have Hanna-Barbara Golden Collection. Of course you have Scooby-Doo Where Are You, the complete first and second seasons, 25 episodes from the original television series. Now this is a DVD video, this is not a Blu-ray, so I just thought I'd put that out there. So here's kind of where you can see the wear on it, so, but you know, you can't really do a whole lot about it, and it's not that big of a deal. So, 1, Hanna-Barbara Golden Collection, Scooby-Doo Where Are You, the complete first and second seasons, DVD video, Warner Brothers, of course. The back. You have the Canine Crime Busters first 2 seasons. Of course, you can read a little bit about the show. There's some special features, which I've never really gotten into, but I guess I could take a look at that sometime. So, of course, not authorized for sale, whatever. This is not rated, you know. Just the obvious stuff right there. Of course, up top, you just have, Scooby-Doo Where Are You, the complete first and second seasons. And the bottom, you have nothing. So now, if you take a look at the inside, it actually slides out like this. This is just kind of a cardboard cover. So of course, you take a look at the front, opens up like this. You have some facts here, like you would. And then there you have the disc. Obviously, this includes each episode from Scooby-Doo Where Are You Season 1 and Season 2. So they're all there. No use of going through them, but that's just a quick look at the actual collection, home media, the actual packaging, whatever you want to call it. So now, I'm not entirely sure when this first came out. I'm going to do some research about that, and we'll take a look at that before we get into what everyone else noticed. But I'm just going to express some of my thoughts here. So some things that I noticed was, it seemed like the background music was almost like louder than the voices, and I don't know if I'm the only one who's noticed that, but it seemed like kind of like the background sound effects and like the laugh tracks and like the background music were way too loud, and it seemed to almost drown out the dialogue in any of the episodes. It seemed like that it was almost hard to hear the dialogue just because the sound effects were so loud. So that is one thing that I noticed. A second thing that I noticed is that the quality of these, it's not very good. I don't know if it's, I know that this is decently old. I think it's from like 2005 to 2007. I'm not sure on that. I'm going to look that up after I end this clip and once we get into what everyone else thinks about this. So I'll get an actual date for you on that, but I think this is fairly old, and not to lie, I'm not too impressed on the quality of this, like the quality of like the actual video of this collection. I'm currently watching the new Scooby-Doo movies, and I think that one's newer, so it kind of makes sense that that one has better, it's a much better quality, I think the film is. But that's one thing that I noticed about this. Like sometimes like Shaggy's eyes would just be two big black dots, and it was just like, huh? So it really wasn't. That's another thing that I noticed, is that the quality wasn't great. Another thing that I would like to say is I think all of each episode was there. I know that there have been some collections where they've cut out like random parts of episodes, like just like 20-second snippets. But based off what I saw of this, I didn't notice anything, but also I don't know each and every episode super well. Like, I know them pretty well, but I don't think I've noticed that they cut out 30 seconds of a random chase scene or something. So as far as I can tell, all the episodes were there. Like I said, the sound quality is a bit weird. The actual video quality was also, it wasn't very good. That's like the main thing that I wasn't too impressed with. You know, like the sound thing, it wasn't that big of a deal. It was just really annoying because half the time you'd have to turn up the volume all the way, and then when there's a laugh track, it would practically shake your house. So that was sort of strange. But those are like the main three things that I noticed. So I know it's not a whole lot, but I did want to make a video about this because I want you guys to know what I watch my episodes on and if I recommend it. And based off of what I've seen, I mean, I think this is kind of like the best way to go. I mean, unless you're going to rent them on like Amazon Prime or iTunes or something like that. Obviously, it's going to have much higher quality. But if you want like home media, I would say this is probably the best. I do also want another form. I think if you guys have watched my DVD collection, you can go ahead and check that out if you haven't. But if you have, you'll know what I'm talking about. I do actually have another collection for the first season of Scooby-Doo, but I just thought I'd just use this just so I didn't have to switch from home media to home media. So I do have another, I guess, set or whatever. But I don't know. I haven't watched that for a while just because it's so easy to have both the complete first and second season here. I'd only have to get this off the shelf. I don't have to go digging, because that actually has 4 DVD cases for 4 different discs, just for the season 1, just for the complete season 1. So this is much more convenient for me, so I just tend to stick to this. But I do have that, and I don't really remember I haven't watched that for a few years now, just because I always go to this one. But I don't know. I don't think it struggled with the same issues that this had, but also those might be a bit newer. So once again, you just don't really know. So yes, so that is my take on this Hanna-Barbara Golden Collection Scooby-Doo Are You, the complete first and second season. I don't know if anyone else experienced the same things I did. If you did, don't forget to comment down below, of course, so I can be known of that. And of course, if you noticed anything that I didn't notice, go ahead and comment that down below as well, because maybe if you comment that and the next time I go through and watch through these, I will notice that. So that'd be great, guys. And now let's get online and let's see what other people thought of this home media or this Golden Collection, whatever you want to call it. Okay guys, so I've been doing some research here, and I actually cannot find any reviews of this. So I found a couple, but like the links that went to them wouldn't load for some reason. So I wasn't able to find what anybody else thought about this. And even so, a lot of the reviews that I saw, they were just talking about the actual episodes. Like, yeah, it has this episode. I'm like, well, it does say it contains the complete first season. Of course it contains which is which. So it basically, a lot of the reviews that I saw was more so the episodes that were there for people who, I guess, weren't sure which episodes were from season 1, which were from season 2 and season 3, and what was the new Scooby-Doo movies. People who weren't entirely sure about all of that. So yeah, so I'm not going to be able to find anything about people specifically talking about the things that I was talking about, and I think a lot of people don't really mind those things. It's just something that I noticed while I was watching it. But I did find some more information about this collection. So this collection was first released on March 16th of 2004. So actually I wasn't going back far enough, because I said 2005 to 2007. It was 2004, which is kind of insane. That's, you know, what is it, 2020? That was 16 years ago. This thing can drive in some states. I don't know where you live, but some states apparently you can't drive at 16. I don't know. Maybe you can. I don't know. I don't know all those rules. But yeah, so came out almost 16 years ago, actually over 16 years ago, which is pretty insane. And the fact that I was able to buy it in 2015, 11 years later, is kind of strange. And it also said that the original price of this was $64.92, which I definitely didn't pay that much. I think I might have paid, it might have been like 25 to 30 bucks. So, but obviously that was back in 2004. That was like 11 years later that I bought it. So that makes sense for it going down a little bit. But yeah, so that's kind of like the information that I found on this. If you own this and if you notice some of the things, or if you didn't notice it, you should go back and rewatch it and see if you noticed some of the things that I noticed, because I'd really like to know if anybody else noticed the same things that I did. And of course, if you don't own it and you're looking for it, I couldn't find it pretty much anywhere. I assume it's probably on eBay somewhere. You could probably get it for cheap on eBay. But I couldn't find any. There was one on Amazon, but it was like the UK import, so it was from Region 2, so it's not really the same. But that was only like 12 bucks, so pretty cheap on Amazon. Gosh, I cannot speak today. Pretty cheap on Amazon, of course, considering the fact it was 65 bucks when it first came out, so that's not bad at all, of course. But that is the Region 2, and I'm not sure what differs per region, but obviously it isn't the United States version. But I guess if you're over in the UK, that'll work for you too. So yeah, so that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I know there wasn't a whole lot of substance to it. I really wish I would have been able to find some more like reviews actually talking about like the audio and the film in this. But then I remember that not a whole lot of people care a lot about that. But those are just some things that I notice. But of course, if you notice any of those things, or if you notice anything else that you'd like to say, don't forget to comment down below, of course. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button to of course help expose it to a broader audience. Lastly, if you enjoy Scooby-Doo, classic Scooby-Doo, cartoons, classic cartoons, whatever, if you enjoy any of that, please consider hitting the subscribe button for multiple videos each day. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow in Sunday morning sit-downs.